Many startup businesses fail for a variety of reasons, but one of the reasons that is definitely on top of the list is that they lack adequate financial funding. Money is really needed, especially during the startup phase of a business, to make sure that the business has room to breathe, meaning that the business can grow. Grow entails a variety of things, such as acquire the funds it takes to acquire customers, the money it takes to do some advertising, the money it takes to maybe even get an assistant, an employee of sorts. So those are funds that you should never take from your personal account to fund your business with. Hi, this is Load with your money plug, where smart money starts with you. It's true, lack of funding is one of the primary reasons why so many startup businesses just don't make it. And it's a darn shame because that shouldn't be the case. Now, of course, you have several ways of getting the money that you need, and I'm going to discuss several of them. I'm going to tell you which one I don't recommend, and then I'm going to give you three viable options that you can use to fund your business with at the very beginning. So let's get started here. The first thing you don't want to do is that you take money from your existing income to fund your business with. For most people, that is a 9 to 5 job, and you already accounted for that money to sustain your current lifestyle. Rent, mortgage, car note, gas in the car insurance, groceries, entertainment. The list goes on and on. The last thing you want to do is take money from that necessity to now go and fund another necessity somewhere else. What you're basically doing is you're digging two holes at once, and that's an absolute recipe for total disaster. You don't want to do that. The second thing that a lot of people tend to do, from personal experience, I am absolutely against, is to ask friends and family members to either invest in your business or to loan you the money so that you have the funds to start your business the right way and make it go through its growth process the proper way with adequate funding. Trust me on this. I did the same thing when I originally started my very first business. You do not want to do that. People have good intentions and they mean well, but when they don't see their money coming back, or they see you struggling a little bit, right away they have a change of attitude, and it creates conflicts that you rather avoid. Don't borrow from friends and family. The third thing you don't want to do either is to go and use your credit cards to fund your business with. Again, this is the same concept as using income from your 9 to 5 job, and now take portions of that to keep your business afloat. You don't want to use your credit card and just make business expenses on it, and it again, it's a recipe for the disaster. Don't do it. So what options do you actually have? Well, you have several options. One of them is a very viable option, but it's a long-term option, and as such I don't recommend it, and that is find venture capital. Those are individuals who specialize in investing in startup businesses, but the process is very tedious. You need a business plan that has been well written, with all kinds of figures in there, not just current, but also what you project in the future. It is quite a serious endeavor, and for most entrepreneurs who just want to run a small business, um, this is really not a good way to go about trying to raise money. It's a viable way, but it's not feasible for most small entrepreneurs, which, let's be honest, is what we are at the beginning of this journey. So that leads us to three other options. And the first option is this one. If you have already an existing credit card that you are not using, and I underline the word not using, it just sits idle in your wallet, or you have it sitting at home or in your bank somewhere. You have the credit card, but you're not using it. Sign it over to your business. What I mean with that is make a document, legal, legit document that you have notarized, and between you and now your new business, where you give your business the right to use your credit card for business purposes, and where the business from its income will make the payments on your existing credit card. The reason you want to do this in writing and not just use the credit card even though you are the owner is that you want to keep everything legit and above board. I said in prior videos, the last thing you want is to mix up your own funds with business funds or vice versa. You'll get in deep trouble very, very quickly. The IRS is not kind towards doing this kind of endeavor. So always a piece of paper. It can be handwritten. Have it notarized, even though you're the owner of the business. You're also the owner of the credit card. You are a sole proprietor. It doesn't matter. Make it legit. And then make sure that that credit card, while you're the user of it, because you're the owner of the business as well, is used strictly and strictly only for business expenses and nothing else. You don't go one weekend and happen to have that credit card in your pocket because you used the day prior to buy some office supplies for your business, and now you're out with friends having a nice meal somewhere, and you say, well, I'll pay for it, and you pull out the card that you actually assigned over to your business and now make a personal expense with it. No, don't do that. Don't. Keep it, if you have a credit card that you can sign over to your business, keep it strictly for the business. The second option you have is that you go to your local bank. And at your local bank, you request two things. One, you apply for a line of credit, and two, you apply for a credit card. Now, in both instances, it would be best if you could apply for a business line of credit and a business credit card. But considering that you are a new startup, your business doesn't have a track record yet, actually you may not even have a customer yet, that may kind of be tough to get. Business line of credit and business credit cards are usually based on history of the business, particularly income performance. So with no track record to show, your odds of getting that are slim to none. But hey, it's always worth asking. You never know. At the very least, apply for a personal line of credit and a new credit card. And then what you do when you get approved for those, you, just like with a credit card that you already had that you quote unquote signed over to your business, you now sign the line of credit and the new credit card over to your existing business. And you make again a small piece of paper, one page is enough, notarized, where you instruct that your new business has the right to use the line of credit strictly for business expenses and has the right to use the credit card strictly for business expenses. And with it, that the business will pay any and all payments and fees associated by using both accounts. Of course, again, you're the owner, you monitor all this, you make sure you never go over your limit, you make sure that your line of credit is paid on time, pardon me, your credit card bill is paid on time, obviously, and you make sure that it all stays nice and positive so that you can keep using it in the future. But here is the main advantage of doing it this way. Number one, you have secured credit, financial credit for your business. Number two, over time, your business will gradually build up a track record of performance, and you can now use that to then apply for an actual business credit card and an actual business line of credit. And you are going to use those in the future as your business expands, to make sure that you can afford the growth of your business and sustain the growth of your business. So these are the options that I highly recommend you put in place immediately after you've done all the legal work that I discussed in the video just before this one. And so that you're financially squared away to operate your business successfully from the start. Now, there is one caveat here. To apply for a line of credit and even a credit card, you have to have decent credit. You may not need to have excellent credit, but you need to have decent credit, at least 650 and above. Now, if you do not have at least decent credit, you are going to have to work on your credit first and bring that up to par. And I will interject a new video in this series right here, how you can build good credit from scratch if you have no credit, how you can repair your damaged credit and make it better again, and then what you should do to keep your credit at a top-notch level all the time, so that in the future you don't have any financial difficulties when you apply for whatever it may be. All right, that's it for today. If this was insightful and helpful to you, as always, please give me a like, leave a comment what you think about my content, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it tremendously. This is Lode with Your Money Plug, signing out. Until next time, bye.